quick tackle, number 74, Bob Trigstad, 6'3", 212, Torrance, California. At quick guard, number 65, Jim Nelson, 6'1", 220, Oakland, California. At center, Ron Burlick, 6'3", 212, a sophomore from Beaverton, Oregon. At strong tackle, I should say at strong guard, number 68, Wayne Foster, 6'1", 217 from Port Orchard. At strong tackle, number 72, Joe Broker, 6'2", 222 from Marysville, Washington. At strong end, number 88, Rich Sharon, 6'5", 207, sophomore from Beaverton, Oregon. At quarterback, number 15, Davey Peterson, 6 feet, 190 pounds, sophomore from Wenatchee. At left half, Clancy Williams, 6'2", 197, senior from Renton. The fullback is Larry Elmas, number 33, 6 feet tall, 200 pounds, junior from John Rogers in Spokane. And the wingback offensively will be number 20, Bill Gaskins, a 5'9", 165-pound junior from Lewis and Clark in Spokane. Offensively for the Vandals, at left end, number 86, Vern Leidy from Rogers High School in Spokane. Number 75, Dick Arndt, 6'4", 228 from Sandpoint at left tackle. Ron Porter, number 66, 6'3", 206, Yuba City, California at left guard. The center, Steve Barato, number 51 from Clarkston. The right guard, number 60, John Daniel from North Central at Spokane. The right tackle, number 79, Joe Dobson from Horseshoe Bend, Idaho. The right end, Cecil Miser from Norwalk, California. The starting quarterback for the Vandals, number 18, Mike Monahan of Walla Walla, Washington. The left half, Tom Morris, number 40 from Toms River, New Jersey. The fullback, Ray McDonald of Caldwell, Idaho. The right half is number 42, Rich Nacarado from Rogers High School in Spokane. We'll be back with the opening kickoff in just a moment. First, here's a word from your local Ford dealer. Wayne Foster kicking off for the Cougars. The ball is bobbled in the end zone by Joe McCollum of the Vandals. It goes out of the end zone, and Idaho will put it in play at the 20-yard line. The Vandal offensive backfield will have number 18, Mike Monahan at quarterback. Ray McDonald, a sensational sophomore, number 32 from Caldwell at fullback. And the halfbacks will be 40 and 42, Morris and Nacarado, Rich Nacarado from Rogers High School in Spokane. Vandals break the huddle. Send Leidy wide to the right side. Monahan at the quarterback, sets his tee. First offensive play, fake to McDonald as Nacarado pounds the left side, picks up about 3 yards. Second down situation for the Vandals. Monahan, this time it's to McDonald, and the big fullback fights his way for about 3 more yards up to near the 25, piled up by the center of the Cougar defensive line. 3rd and 5, Idaho at their own 25. Ball game just underway. Again, the deep pitch to Tommy Morris, and he may have gotten the first down inside, across the 30-yard line on the fake to McDonald. First and down, Vandals at their own 32.5-yard line. Monahan to McDonald, and Big Ray bounces off, goes across the 35 to about the 37. Payton making the tackle for the Cougars. Idaho 2nd and 7 at their own 36-yard line. Tommy Morris, and Morris tries to spin away from a Cougar and couldn't. It was Larry Griffith who made the stop for Washington State. Capacity crowd on hand for the ball game. It's 3rd down, 3 at the 40. Vandals in possession at their own 40. Power to the right side. Morris starts moving. No, it's Nacarado moving. There's a deep pitch to McDonald, who fumbles, picks up, and is down immediately for a loss, and that will put Idaho in a kicking situation. Mickey Rice in for the Vandals. He'll kick from his own 26. Clarence Williams, a single safety for the Cougars. Rice will be kicking against the wind. Long count. And too long. Too much time for Idaho, and they did that to get the defensive unit in. Rice back this time on the 19. Now Bill Gaskins comes back as a twin safety, and Rice gets it away. A beautiful kick, but it's angling over on the side and bounces and goes out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. Good kick by Mickey Rice. Dave Peterson, number 15, is at quarterback for the Cougars, and he keeps on the first play, finds a hole, finds running room, still on his feet, loses the ball, and Idaho has it. Oh, wait a minute, they're signaling Washington State. So let's see what happened. Apparently he fumbled out of bounds. The officials ruled, but a Vandal was there apparently after the ball had gone out of bounds. So a good break for the Cougars, recovering their own fumble. The ball will be at the Idaho 49. Peterson on the deep pitch to Clarence. Williams gets a good block, gets another one down the sidelines. He goes and then is bounced out of bounds hard at the 35-yard line. Good block by Billy Gaskins. First and 10 Cougars, just short of the Idaho 35. Williams in motion. Handoff is to Gaskins, and Bill is hit hard, bounces off, still goes, and finally is hit inside the 25-yard line. A good run by Gaskins as he bounced off a couple of Idaho tacklers. Max Lietzau finally put the clincher on him at the 24. First and 10 Washington State at the Idaho 24-yard line. In the eye, Peterson, Elmas, and Williams. That's Clarence Williams carrying, and Clarence goes for about 4 yards to about the 40, and there he's piled up. Dick Litzinger, the great defensive linebacker, making the tackle for the Vandals. Second and 6, Clarence Williams slotted on the left side. Deep pitch to Gaskins. He's being chased and is going to be thrown, and is thrown, and down go the flags. Not only did the Cougars lose yardage on the play, but they were also penalized 15 yards for clipping. Moving the ball back to the 42. Peterson back to throw. Has a man out, but he slips and falls incomplete. Intended for Jerry Shaw. Third down, about 27 to go for the Cougars. Williams moving in motion to the right. Peterson back to throw again. On the run, hits his man, and he's down immediately at the 27. It was completed to Tom Kelly. Bob Bassett making the tackle for Idaho. Cougars will attempt a field goal with Bill Ebel to kick out of Dave Peterson's hole. The ball will be down at the 34-yard line. It is not good. No good, and Idaho will take over on their own 20. Vandals put it in play for the second time in the ball game. That's Mike Manahan with the ball, giving off to Nacarado, and Nacarado on a quick opener finds yardage and goes almost to the 30-yard line. There he's met by Tom Hedemark. Nacarado got the first down for the Vandals. First and 10 at the 30, about 12 minutes remaining in the half. McDonald carrying right up the middle, and he didn't go anyplace. Dale Canute first contact, and about 4 other Cougars helped bring him down. For Idaho, Vern Lyday, the split end, comes to the left side. Monahan to McDonald, and McDonald slipped and fell as he took the ball, and will be marked down for at least no gain and probably a short loss. Third and 7, Idaho at their own 32.5-yard line. Neither team has been able to do anything. Monahan to throw. Incomplete at the 42-yard line, intended for Lyday. Williams and Gaskins, the twin safeties for the Cougars, at about the 32-yard line. Rice will kick from about his own 18, and he gets off a good high kick. Williams over at the 30 and is hit and dropped immediately at the 30-yard line. First down, Cougars just short of their own 30-yard line. Clarence Williams carries, and he is hit at the line of scrimmage and stopped for no gain. Bob Bassett making the stop for the Vandals, number 83. Jerry Shaw, the swing in for the Cougars to the right. Williams goes in motion. It's given up to Bill Gaskins. Gaskins is being chased and gets away. Hurdles one man, still goes, and finally is bounced out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A fine run by Gaskins, who seemingly was trapped behind the line of scrimmage. John Daniel making the tackle. Third down, about half a yard to go for the Cougars. Tom Kelly wide to the left side. Bill Gaskins wing back on the right. Williams starts in motion. It's Elmas carrying, and he, I believe, got the first down, but he didn't get much more as he's piled up at the 40, hit by Jerry Campbell. First down, Cougars just across the 40. Deep pitch to Clarence Williams. Clarence being chased on the side, and he's going to be hit and thrown for about a 3-yard loss. Jerry Allen, number 11, making the tackle. Second down, 12, Cougars. Peterson rolling off to the right. Being chased and hit and thrown for a slight loss at about the 38. Barado making the tackle. Third down, 11 for the Cougars. Williams in motion. Peterson again back to throw. Getting good protection, decides to run with it. Can't find his way through there, and finally is hit at the 45. Kelly will kick for the Cougars on about his own 32-yard line. Beauty. Nacarado calls for a fair catch and downs it at the 13. Oh, Idaho will put it in play. Nacarado tries to find a hole on the right side, and he is hit and stopped immediately. Number 86, Leidy, the swing in, split in, goes to the right side. Mike Monahan setting the offense, giving it to Ray McDonald, and they got him trapped after a gain of about a yard. 3rd and 5, Idaho on their own 17-yard line. Monahan sets the tee. He's got Nacarado. That's Nacarado moving in motion. Monahan carrying. Deep pitch to McDonald, and the big fullback is hit and met after no gain by Bill Gaskins. 4th down, Idaho. Rice standing on the 2. Williams, the lone safety man for the Cougars. And Rice gets the kickoff, and Williams waits for it, signals for a fair catch, and downs it at the 45. Cougars put it in play from their own 45. Williams is wide to the left. Elmas carries and hits the left side. Doesn't gain more than about a yard before he's hit by the defensive right side of the line, led by John Boyson. 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line. Peterson fakes to Elmas. Keats stiff arms one tackler and loses it. Idaho has it. The Vandals get it at their own 44-yard line. Larry Strohmeyer recovered. Well, the Vandals take over at their own 44. Less than a minute remaining in the first quarter. Mike Monahan back to throw. Gets good protection. Now he loses that protection. Decides to run and then runs out of bounds on the far side. Leidy splits to the right side. The Vandals got their off. 5 Idaho. Time running out in the first quarter. Fake pitch to McDonald and a deep pitch to Tommy Morris. And Morris is hit hard at the 45, and Cougar should be good enough for a down. There's the gun ending the first quarter. Good enough for a down. There's the gun ending the first quarter. The score, Washington State, nothing. The University of Idaho, nothing. Now here's a word from the man from Northwestern. Second quarter gets underway. Monahan back to throw. Throws long. He's got a man down there. Did he get him down in time? Stopped on the 1-yard line. A great catch by Joe Chapman. Almost a touchdown. 1st and goal, Vandals on the first play. And there's Ray McDonald. Touchdown, Idaho. Jerry Campbell, the former All-City star from Lewis and Clark of Spokane, will attempt the conversion out of Mike Monahan's hold. Idaho leads at 6-0. Kick is up. The kick is good. It's Idaho 7, Washington State University nothing. Tim Levins will kick off for Idaho. A low driving kick. Williams loses it into the end zone and then goes back and downs it there. Cougars will bring it out to the 20. Tom Roth in it for the first time in the ball game at quarterback for the Cougars. Gaskins goes in motion. Roth on the deep pitch to Clarence Williams. Clarence gets away and up to the 29-yard line. Shaw the swing end to the right side. 2nd and a long one. Gaskins in motion. It's Williams on the reverse, and he's hit and stopped short of the 30. It will be close to a first down. It was a first down for Washington State. Elmas wide on the right side as Roth pitches back. Wild scramble. Vandals get it. Fumble, and Vandals have it at the 27. Well, the Vandals put it in play in Cougar country. At the 28, Monahan to Tommy Morris, and Morris finds a big hole inside the 20, close to a Vandal first down. 2nd and 1, Idaho inside the Cougar 20. Monahan to Nacarado, and Nacarado on a quick hitter to the right gets the first down near the 16. This time it's McDonald, and he is hit at the 15 after a gain of about a yard and a half. Leidy to split into the right side. It's Monahan to Tommy Morris, and Morris is inside the 10-yard line on the play, the fake to McDonald, which has been a good one for the Vandals so far in the ball game. 3rd and 3, Vandals. Monahan deep pitch to Morris. He gets away for one man, but can't get away and is hit for a loss of about a yard at the 11. 4th and 5 for the Vandals, but they're not going to go for a field goal as Monahan sets the offense. Keeps it, did not make it, and Washington State will take over on the 9-yard line. First down at the 9, Cougars. Peterson in at quarterback, and he slips and falls, possibly ran into his own man, but he's down at the 5-yard line. Gaskins in motion as Peterson rolls out on the weak side, gets away from one man, but then is wrestled down inside the 10-yard line. Larry Strohmeyer making the stop there along with several of the defensive linebackers. 3rd and 11 for the Cougars as Williams tries the middle of the line, and he is hit and stopped by a host of Vandal tacklers, which will put the Cougars in a kicking situation. Tom Kelly standing on the goal line to boot it. High kick. Nacarado takes it for a fair catch at the Idaho 45. 42-yard kick for Kelly. Well, the Vandals put it in play at their own 45-yard line as Mike Monahan back to throw. Incomplete, intended for Rich Nacarado at the midfield stripe. Leidy, the split end, goes to the left side. It's McDonald, and he breaks in the open to the 45-yard line, and that should be good enough for an Idaho first down. 1st and 10 Idaho at the Cougar 45-yard line. Monahan to Tommy Morris, and Morris goes to the 40, and again McDonald fakes, and that opens the hole for Morris. 2nd and 5, McDonald again, and he bulldozes his way for about 3 yards to the 37. Joe Chapman is in at split end for the Vandals, and he goes wide to the left. He replaces Vern Leidy. Monahan to McDonald, and McDonald across the 35 to the 32, and that will be another Vandal first down. Chapman splits off to the right side for the Vandals as Monahan back to throw. He's got a man wide open, and he fell down. Joe Chapman wide open at the 10. Both teams are having a lot of trouble with the Neal Stadium turf. 2nd and 10 at the 33. McDonald bounces off a tackler. Look at that big boy go. And he still goes to the 25-yard line, close to another Vandal first down. Boy, he runs hard. Leidy's back in at split end, split to the right side. McDonald, but this time he runs into a brick wall in the person of Wally Dempsey, no gain. Big play for the Vandals, 4th down, and a little more than a yard. Chapman, the swing in is to the left side. It's McDonald, big hole, no doubt about it. He gets that one with yards to spare to the 17. First down, Idaho at the Washington State 17. It's McDonald again, and he's inside the 15 for a gain of about 5. Chapman, the split end to the right side for the Vandals. Again, it's McDonald, and he goes inside the 5 for another Vandal first down. This guy is just simply tremendous, and he's only a sophomore. Vern Leidy back in at split end. It's Nacarado carrying, and he is down near the goal line. Chapman back in at split end, goes to the right side. Monahan to McDonald, and he's in for the touchdown. He just simply shoved about 3 Cougar defenders out of the way. Tremendous running power, and Idaho leads at 13-0. Mike Monahan will hold. That's Jerry Campbell booting it. It is good. It's Idaho 14, Washington State nothing. 3:05 remaining in the first half.
Well, Bert Ray McDonald almost single-handedly carried that ball in for the Vandals. What do you think of him as a fullback?
Well, I think he's truthfully a great player, Bill. He's got tremendous size and strength. And, of course, he has the ability to glide a little bit and slide a little bit when you cave your defense in too tight for him, and this is what he did. He ran through 3 or 4 of our tacklers, as he's run through tacklers. Well, last week he ran through some of the Oregon State tacklers, and so we anticipated his great strength and size. On the other hand, I didn't think our defense was quite that weak when it came to the physical part of the game. Whenever we have to stand up and meet a big fullback, well, we've got to be strong enough to be able to do it, and this is one case where we played real poorly.
Williams and Gaskins are deep. It's Williams to the 25, cuts away, still on his feet, bursts through and gets all the way up to the 40-yard line. A fine kickoff return by Clarence Williams. Cougars will try to get their offense rolling from the 40 as Dave Peterson in at quarterback, back to throw. Intercepted by Jerry Campbell at the midfield stripe to the Cougar 49-yard line. Mike Monahan pitched to deep, and a fumble, but recovered. It was pitched to Mike Wiles, and he recovered his own fumble for about a 5-yard loss for the Vandals. Second down, 15. Monahan back to throw, being chased. Gets away. Throws incomplete, intended, well, for somebody on the far side, but he was out of bounds, and it's an incompleted pass to the Vandals. Third and 15 for the Vandals. Chapman, the split end to the right side. Idaho's on their own 45-yard line. A little more than a minute of playing time remaining in the first half. Long count. Monahan back to throw. It's good protection. Throws out of bounds. Intended for Morris, but way out of bounds. Mickey Rice to kick for Idaho on his own 31-yard line. He gets it away. Boy, we've got a couple of real good punters in this ball game in Kelly and Rice. Idaho downs the ball at the 3-yard line, but the Cougars will put it in play from that point with a first down, less than a minute of playing time remaining in the half. Peterson keeps it, bumps his way up to about the 9-yard line with time running out in the first half, about 20 seconds of playing time remaining. 2nd and 5, Cougars at the 9. Peterson keeps, gets up to the 15 or 16-yard line, and there's the gun ending the first half. The end of the first half. The Idaho Vandals 14, the Washington State University Cougars nothing. I'll be back with WSU head coach Bert Clark in just a moment. First, a word from your local Ford dealer.
What type of adjustments did you plan to make at halftime, Bert?
Well, Bill, we didn't make too many adjustments. There was one basic adjustment we made. We tightened our ends down a little bit, and we tried to squeeze off their fullback play, of course, with McDonald and Monahan's keep. On the other hand, they did come back out, and late in the ball game, or it was in the third quarter, where our end was playing the quarterback keep of Monahan's, and their offensive halfback hooked our end, and of course this put a lot of pressure on our defensive halfback. And the sun doesn't shine on the same school every year or every week.
We'll be set for the second half kickoff in just a moment, but first, here's a word from the man, Northwestern.
Start the second half. Williams and Gaskins are deep. It's Williams who takes it. He's to the 15, the 20. And finally gets up to the 30-yard line where he's hit and dropped, and the Cougars will put it in play at that point at their own 30. Dave Triplett making the tackle for Idaho. Dave Peterson at quarterback. Peterson on a delay to Bill Gaskins, and he's got running room and almost has the ball jarred loose, and does. But I think the whistle had blown. At any rate, the Cougars had recovered it at the 43. Campbell making the tackle for Idaho. At the 43, it's Williams, and he's got a hole. Running room, crosses the 50 into Idaho country, and Jerry Allen making the stop at the 46 in Idaho territory. 1st and 10 Cougars. Gaskins is wide on the right side. Peterson faking to Elmas, keeps it, loses it. Idaho recovers at the 44-yard line. Larry Strohmeyer, a great defensive end for the Vandals, has it, and Idaho goes on the offensive.
Well, Bert, fumbles hurt the Cougars in the Idaho game.
Well, that's right, Bill. We gave Idaho the ball 7 times, 4 times on pass interception and 3 times on fumbles. On the other hand, it was a fine, aggressive Idaho team that took advantage of the opportunity, and of course, they did go on to win the ball game.
Split end to the left side as Monahan back to throw on first down. Hits Lavins across the 50 and immediately out of bounds. Gaskins and somebody else in on the tackle. Jim Nelson. Lighty the split end to the right side. Fake to McDonald with Morris carrying, and he goes for a couple of yards to about the Cougar 46. Lighty to the right side as McDonald carries, and he is hit and stopped short of the first down. It'll be 4th down coming up for Idaho. The Vandals with a 4th and 1 elect to go for it. Monahan to McDonald, and boy, look at him burst through there, and he gets it with yards to spare. You can't say enough about this Ray McDonald, a sophomore, and he's not really at full strength after being injured last summer. Lighty split to the right side. Nacarado after the fake to McDonald, and he goes to the 40 for a gain of about 2, piled up by the defensive right side of the Cougar line. Former Lewis and Clark High School star Butch Slaughter in at right half, replacing Rich Nacarado, who also is from Spokane. Monahan rolls back, has good protection, throws way low, intended for Vern Leidy, incomplete. Big play for the Vandals with 3rd and 8. Leidy split to the right side. It's Monahan carrying, pitches to Morris. Down the sidelines he goes and is bumped out of bounds. Where do they mark it out? At the 29-yard line, which would be good enough for a Vandal first down. On the fake handoff at the beginning, and then the pitch out at the last minute, and then Monahan had it timed perfectly to Morris, who went for the first down. And so the Vandals have it at the Cougar 29, 1st and 10. They lead it 14-0. That is Idaho, with 10 minutes and 48 seconds of playing time remaining in the 3rd quarter. Butch Slaughter on a straight-ahead play goes to the 25. Leidy split to the right side. Deep pitch to Slaughter. Gets a good block, tries to turn inside, and then has the roof fall in on him, and is hit after a gain of a couple, and the flag is down. Clipping called against Idaho at 2nd down 21, moving the ball back to the Cougar 41-yard line. Chapman is the split end to the right side as Monahan goes back to throw, shoots a screen to Morris. He's got some protection, gets back down across the 30-yard line to about the 29, gaining back almost all the yardage lost on the clipping penalty. 3rd and 10, Idaho at the 29. Leidy the split end to the right side. Monahan back to throw. Hits Leidy perfectly at the 15. First down, Vandals. Monahan sets the tee, giving it to McDonald. He crosses the 15 to about the 13-yard line. 2nd and 7, Idaho at the Cougar 13. Leidy the split end to the right side. Monahan gets away, cuts inside, deep pitch. Good recovery, and inside the 5-yard line. That was Butch Slaughter, who fumbled it, but picked it up on the first hop and got inside the 5. It'll be 1st and goal, Idaho. What started out as a bad Vandal break became a good one because Slaughter made a great recovery of that ball. It's 1st and goal, Idaho inside the 5. Leidy again split to the right side. It's McDonald, and look at him go. Look at him carry him in, and he goes in. He carried 3 Cougar tacklers right along with him. And Idaho leading 20-0, and the capacity crowd here at Neal Stadium, those that are for the Vandals, and most of them this Saturday afternoon were for the Vandals, are just literally going wild. 20-0 Idaho, and we still have 7:45 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Jerry Campbell will attempt the conversion out of Mike Monahan's hold. It is good. It's Idaho 21, Washington State nothing. Lavins will kick off for Idaho from the 40-yard line. Williams fields it. 25 to the 30. Crosses the 40, still goes to the 43. Cougars will put it in play at that point. Cougars at their own 44-yard line. Mix up in the backfield. It's Gaskins who finally gets it, and Little Bill goes, and down he goes on the far side. Boy, he got creamed. Into the Idaho squad on the running track. 2nd and 4, Cougars at the midfield stripe. Gaskins is wide to the right side. Williams moves in motion. Peterson back to throw. Flag down. He throws incomplete, intended for Tom Kelly. Washington State was called for backfield in motion. Idaho declined the penalty. They'd rather have the down, making it 3rd and 4. Peterson back to throw. Down the middle, incomplete, intended for Jerry Shaw, and he was hit by Mike Wiles. Flag is down as Kelly boots it. I think the Cougars are going to be called for having too many men on the field. They just couldn't get them off in time as the ball rolls out of the end zone. So let's check it and see what the flag is for. The penalty was against Washington State for illegal procedure. Idaho declined it. Will put the ball in play at their own 20-yard line. Here's Butch Slaughter carrying and goes for 9 yards before being horse-collared at the 29. Leidy splits to the right side. Vandals have it 2nd down, less than a yard. It's McDonald, and he just hurdles over there for about 4 yards, gets the first down with yards to spare. Here's Leidy again split off on the right side. Tommy Morris hits the left side and doesn't gain anything. Joe Chapman is now the split end, and he splits off to the left side. Monahan, the deep pitch to Tommy Morris. And Morris dives to the 45 and should have another Idaho first down. The Vandals work that play to perfection, but there's a flag down. It'll be clipping against Idaho. Clipping cost the Vandals 15, second and 18 at their own 27. Monahan to throw, has good protection, throws long for Chapman, way over his head, though incomplete, as Mike Cadigan was down to cover. Third and 18, Leidy is the split end to the right side. Monahan back to throw, being chased. Gets it away, intended for Ray McDonald, but too high. McDonald couldn't reach it, and it's fourth down. Williams, the lone safety man, as Rice will boot it from about the 15-yard line, and he gets another good one. Clarence signals for a fair catch and downs it at the 34. Really great kicking by Kelly for the Cougars and Rice for Idaho. Cougars put it in play at the 34. Gaskins is wide on the right side. Williams moves in motion. Tommy Roth in at quarterback. Incomplete, intended for Tom Kelly. Second down at the 34. Williams again moves out of the eye in motion as Roth to throw. Complete at the 48-yard line and up to the 50. First down, Cougars. Jerry Campbell making the tackle. Complete to Rich Sharon. First down at the 48. Gaskins in motion. Roth back to throw. Loses his protection. Gets away for one tackler and then is hit at the 50-yard line. Fumble, but I think the whistle had blown the play dead before the fumble. Second and 8 at the midfield stripe. Flag down. Roth to throw. Run up the middle and gains about 4 yards, but the penalty will be against Washington State for illegal procedure. Vandals decline the penalty. They'd rather have the down, making it third down for the Cougars. Roth on the deep pitch to Clarence Williams, and Clancy breaks away and goes down to the 35 in Idaho territory, and that should be a Cougar first down. Dick Litzinger making the tackle. Williams in motion to the right as Roth back to throw. Long, intended for Tom Kelly, but overthrown, incomplete. Second and 10 Cougars at the Idaho 35-yard line. Vandals lead at 21-0. Roth intercepted at the 20-yard line, and the Vandals will put it in play at that point. Make it the 19-yard line as Tim Lavins grabbed it and went down on one knee to down the ball. First down, Vandals at their own 19-yard line. Leidy is the split end to the right side. Monahan back to throw. Incomplete and almost intercepted by Wally Dempsey. Leidy splits to the left side this time. Bill Abel back to try the extra point in kick formation, and he boots it up, and good, and the score is Idaho 21, Washington State 7. Wayne Foster will kick off for the Cougars. A low driving kick, bouncing, touched by somebody. McCullum, he's to the 15, to the 20, and boy, he was upset and hit hard, short of the 20-yard line. Idaho will put it in play at that point. Joe Chapman, the split end to the right side. Idaho putting it in play. Third down, Idaho. McDonald, and did he make it? He had to go to the 30-yard line, and it looks like he did make it, but not by very much. He did. It's first and 10 Idaho, just across their own 30. Time running out in the third period. And there's the gun ending the third quarter with the score of the Idaho Vandals 21, Washington State Cougars 7. Now, here's a word from your West Idaho. That makes it first and 15, 25. Monahan to McDonald, and he bulldozes back just about the yardage, lost on the offside penalty. Second and 10. Monahan to Tommy Morris, and Morris breaks in the open across the 40 to the 41-yard line. First down, Idaho. Chapman splits to the right side. It is Butch Slaughter carrying, and he goes to about the 45-yard line. Mike Monahan to Ray McDonald, and McDonald powers his way across the 50 into Washington State country, and that's going to be close to another Idaho first down. Vandals did get the first down. Chapman splits to the right side as Monahan to Ray McDonald, and McDonald just powers his way again across the 40 to the 37, and that's going to be close to another Idaho first down. They'll mark it about a yard short, gain of 9. 2nd and 9 at the Cougar 37.5-yard line. McDonald hit this time quickly as somebody diagnosed that play, Tom Hedemark, and he is stopped at the 38. 3rd and half a yard for the Vandals. It's Monahan on the deep pitch to Tommy Morris. He gets the first down, I believe, to about the 36-yard line. He didn't go far, but he didn't have far to go, and it's enough for a first down. Chapman, the split end to the left side for Idaho. This time it's Morris on a straight-ahead play to the 31-yard line. A quick hitter on the right side. He gains about 4.5 to 5 yards. Leidy splits left. Oh, offside, an obvious offside, and it was against Idaho. Illegal procedure, the technical call, as they started to snap and didn't, and that will cost the Vandals 5. Ball at the 36-yard line as Chapman splits to the left side. McDonald is hit and stopped after he crosses the 35 for a gain of about 3 on the play. Leidy splits to the left side. Idaho in a 3rd down situation. Monahan to throw right down the middle, wide open, hits in, and it's first down Idaho inside the Cougar 20. Leidy splits to the right. Monahan to Tommy Morris, and Morris dives and gains about 2 yards. Idaho 2nd and 8 at the Cougar 17. They lead at 21-7. McDonald carries, and he is inside the 15. 3rd and 6 at the 15. Leidy split to the right side. Monahan on the weak side keeps it, spins, and is stopped at the 11-yard line by Jim Payton. 4th and 2 Idaho at the Cougar 11. Ray McDonald, I don't think he made it. I don't think he made it, but we'll have to wait till he unpile, but it appears that he did not make it. The Cougars would have held and will take over, and they do, just across their own 10-yard line. Cougars take over just across their own 10-yard line. Tom Kelly, the swing man to the left side. It's Roth at quarterback. Roth to Williams, and Clarence runs out of running room after about 3 yards. 2nd and 7 Cougars at their own 13-yard line. Roth on the deep pitch to Williams, and Clarence slipped, and as he slipped, Jerry Allen hit him for a sizable loss. Williams goes in motion to the left as Roth is back to throw. Complete to Kelly, the 30. Hit at the 36-yard line, and down goes a flag. The 3rd time this season that Clarence Williams has done it. He took the ball away from Bassett after Bassett had intercepted the pass. Roth throws again, incomplete this time at the 47 intended for Tom Kelly. 2nd down for the Cougars. Gaskins moves in motion to the right. Roth again back to throw. Throws long. He's got a man down there, but it is intercepted by Idaho at the 27 and downed immediately. Mike Wiles, the man who made the interception. Bill Gaskins, the Cougar tackle. 1st and 10 Idaho at their own 26-yard line. Leidy to split end to the right side. This is Slaughter hitting the right side, and he doesn't go anywhere. Coming from the right back to the left, I should say, and stopped for no gain. 2nd and 10 Idaho at their own 26. They lead at 21-7, 4:22 time remaining in the ball game. Monahan, he'd like to pitch it, but nobody behind him, and he's thrown for a loss of about 4 yards. 3rd down Idaho at their own 23. Chapman is the split end to the left side. Monahan rolling out. Throws long. He's got him down there. Chapman being chased. He's not going to be caught. Touchdown, Idaho. And the Vandals add insult to injury on a long pass to Joe Chapman. Johnny Forbes chased him but couldn't catch him, and Idaho leads it 27-7. Jerry Campbell will try to make it 4 straight from the point after line, and he does just that, and the score is Idaho 28, Washington State 7. Big Ray Miller moves in to kick off for Idaho. Bill Gaskins fields it at the 10. Hurdles a couple of tacklers. Still going, and boy, down he goes as a couple of Vandals hit first each other, and then Gaskins, after a fine run back at the 48 in Idaho territory. Well, Dave Peterson is back in at quarterback, and it was an obvious offside Washington State, as you saw. Some of the right side linemen got a little over anxious, and that'll cost the Cougars 5 yards. Peterson back to throw. Now he's going to keep it, and is horse-collared at the 44-yard line in Idaho territory with a little more than 3 minutes of playing time remaining in the ball game. Second down, Cougars. Peterson back again to throw. Gets it away, almost intercepted at the 33-yard line. Battered away by John Foria, and he almost intercepted it. Third down. Vandal crowd is really chiding as a pass complete to Tom Kelly. Perhaps in the background you could hear him below us yelling for Cougars. Well, they don't win very often. When they do, they're going to celebrate, and they are on this particular weekend. First down, Cougars at the Idaho 34. 2.5 minutes of playing time remaining in the ball game. Gaskins to the right side. Williams goes in motion. Peterson back to throw. Complete to Sharon inside the 15. Peterson keeps it and runs into some Vandals at the 15-yard line. Butch Slaughter leading the way. It'll be about a 3-yard loss. Second down. Gaskins moves to the left. Flag is down. Pass thrown to the end zone, incomplete, but a penalty marker on the field. Illegal procedure called against the Cougars. Vandals decline it. It's 3rd and 10. Bill Ebel will kick out of Peterson's hole. The kick was blocked by Bill Buffton, number 82, and the score remains Idaho 28, Washington State 13. Wayne Foster will kick off for the Cougars with 1 minute and 25 seconds of playing time remaining in the ball game. Idaho has all but locked it up. Cougars try an onside kick, and I think they got it. Flag down. Let's wait and see. Idaho has it on the Cougar 49. The Cougars were penalized for illegal procedure. Monahan gives it to Ray McDonald, and Big Ray roots it ahead for about 3 yards with a little more than a minute remaining. Chapman is the split end to the right side. Butch Slaughter hits across the 45 to about the 43-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining in the ball game, and when this game ends, you can depend on the Idaho rooting section across the way just erupting, and head coach Dee Andros over there in front of the bench is probably about the happiest guy this weekend in the entire Pacific Northwest, because the Vandals have one of their finest teams in years, but also the toughest schedule ever, and their one-loss record doesn't look too good, even though they have been playing good football. And the ball game is just about over, and looking across the way, there it is. Watch that Vandals ball club, and you are looking at a mighty happy crew as head coach D is getting the ride, and he'll be brought over, I'm sure, to see his former Oklahoma teammate, Bert Clark, who will be congratulating him on the Idaho victory. The Vandals did it this afternoon, or Saturday afternoon in Moscow, and it couldn't have happened at a better time for Idaho, as it was homecoming for Idaho, and the crowd is really celebrating, and probably the celebration continues throughout the weekend. You see the two coaches down there, perhaps Bert Clark with a dark sweater and head coach Dee Andrews, a couple of former teammates at Oklahoma. Well, that's the end of the game with the final score, the Idaho Vandals 28, Washington State 13. I'll be back with head coach Bert Clark in just a moment. Now here's a word from the man from Northwestern.
Well, Bert, one thing about it, the Cougars get their first touchdown. They never quit in a ball game.
No, I don't think we quit, Bill. I do know our players have a certain amount of courage and a certain amount of pride. We have to continue to build and work on this part of our game. We didn't quit. We were still striving to score late in the ball game, and of course the last kickoff we tried an onside kick in hopes that we would get the ball back. On the other hand, taking an overall look at the game, we've got to get better and much better, because we've got to play a great Oregon State team this coming week, and we must play awfully well, and we can't afford to give anyone the ball anytime, much less 7 times like we did today.
Well, that about wraps it up with the final score, Idaho winning. They don't beat Washington State very often, but they did yesterday, winning in the 65th annual Battle of